Can you stop that noise? Hello, how's everybody doing today? Okay, so give me just a couple of minutes and we will get started. Happy New Year's. I hope everybody had a fabulous evening last night as they brought in 2018. And we are going to keep this short and sweet today. So give me just a second and let me get the party started. So can you hear me, Nicole? Hey, Nicole, can you hear me? Make sure I've got my sound working. Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. Maybe you could hear me before. I don't know. I unmuted my phone. Hold on. I need to mute that. Okay, I think you can hear me. All right. So give me a second. Let me get. Let me share this out. It's like super cold, like in my office. I'm gonna need to get a blanket. I'm freaking freezing. It's right by the window, and it's like really cold today. I've been sitting by the fireplace all day, so I've been. Hey, Lakeisha, is it Lakeisha? Probably right. Pronounce the CH. All right, let me. Video has no sound, so does it mean you guys cannot hear any sound? Oh, no, you guys can. Perfect. All right, give me a second, and then I've got some quick comments for today's live. And then, did you guys have a good New Year's? Did you guys start the new year off good? I didn't do much of anything. We went out the night before, but we didn't go out yesterday, so we kind of hung low. It was really kind of cool. I slept all day. I was so super tired. I don't know why I've been so tired. But how was y'all's New Year's Eve? There's always such a lag on this. I always have to wait until it catches up. Okay. All right, I'm going to get started. Okay, so today's topic is why you should not avoid doing a marketing plan for your business this year. So I wanted to sort of kick off this year's live streams with purpose and meaningfulness. So I have decided to do topics. This week, we're going to do all about marketing planning. Oh, good. You, with your husband and the kids. All right, good. You went out Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I went out with my husband, not yesterday. So it must have been Saturday night. And I was exhausted yesterday. Like I didn't get up until like 12:30. And then I must have taken 2 little power naps. I was tired. I don't know why I was so exhausted. I guess because I'm not supposed to be partying like that. So it was kind of a low key evening. We're going to go get something to eat after I get finished with the live. But yeah, we sort of took it easy going in. My daughter's 20 and of course she was gone. She came in after work and she left and went right back out. All right. So, yeah, I was pretty exhausted yesterday. I didn't get off the couch much of yesterday and I didn't drink a lot. So I don't know why I was so tired. I guess it's just my age is catching up with me. But anyway, so I wanted to start 2018 with a lot of purpose and a lot of chutzpah, I guess, for lack of a better word. So this week we're going to be talking about planning. You're going to hear a lot from me in the month of January about goal setting and planning and making sure that you really kickstart your year off properly in the marketing space when you market your business. So I thought it was appropriate to start today's live with why you should not skip marketing planning, because I think often many of us do skip it. And, I've come up with a couple of reasons why I think we do skip it. So let's talk about why we skip it, and then we'll talk about why we shouldn't skip it and what you can do to address the reasons why most people skip the whole marketing planning process. So one of the things that people think is that I'm too small to market, or I'm too small to do the planning, right? That's really for big businesses. It's really not for me. I'm a little gal, right? And I don't need to do a whole marketing plan. I don't need to go that route. That's number one reason why, is that they're like, I'm too small. Number two reason why is, which is usually the biggest reason, is I don't have time, right? I'm too busy. I'm trying to do everything. I don't have any time to plan out what it is I'm going to market, right? First of all, I'm too small, then I don't have the time. And then the third reason may be that you think to yourself, well, I don't even really know how to plan it out, right? I'm a little guy, I don't have time, and my marketing budget or what I'm going to be doing is not that big of a deal, or it's not that big. I don't know, I don't have any ideas, or I'll just kind of do it as I go. I'm flexible, I'm nimble. There's all these excuses under the sun, earth, and moon as to why people make a decision not to plan out their marketing. And so I will say all of those is fake news. It's all fake news. Like, don't buy into it. Don't believe in that mental stuff that your head tells you is the reason why you should not plan out your marketing events. So let's talk about why you should plan out your marketing. And it's not that you're too small. You should carve out the time, and then there are huge benefits if you do it. So let's talk about what those reasons are. So if you see me look over to the right, I've jotted a little bit of notes so that I can remember exactly reasons why you need to do this. All right, so the number one reason why you should not avoid market planning, but you should do it, is to align your business efforts to your vision. Let me give you a case in point. So I know that my vision this year, right, my number one goal this year is to help 1,000 business owners, right, African-American women business owners in the online space, propel their business through courses and programs, right? That's my vision, right? That's my goal. That's what everybody is aligning themselves to. So when it comes to developing a marketing plan, content, my marketing content plan and my event plan, everything that I do is aligned to that vision, right? So creating a marketing plan helps you create that focus and that tunnel vision that you need so that you are laser focused on what it is that you're accomplishing. Now, what's the flip side of that? Say you don't do that and you have this vision, right? What 9 times out of 10 happens is that you are reactive in your marketing. Let's use the past holiday season as an example, right? If you didn't have a marketing plan for the last quarter of the year, you may not have had a Black Friday sale. You may not have had a Christmas or a New Year's sale. You may not have had anything planned for those things, right? How do you end the year strong, right? It snuck up on you, as it always does, right? For those who haven't planned it out, right? So really the number one reason to have a marketing plan is to ensure that your actions and your efforts, your content, all of your efforts related to marketing and advertising are aligned to the very same one or multiple goals that you have for your business. So one is alignment and focus, right? It is okay to have a tunnel vision when it comes to marketing. You want to be laser focused on what your objectives are and what you want to accomplish. So that's number one. Number two is it helps you identify what your key activities are that you should be focused on. So I'll remember a couple of years ago, I fell into that same trap, right? Where I was like, I'm too busy, I'm too small, I don't have time, I'm just gonna kind of wing it, right? And so what would happen is I would get phone calls from, and this is when I was in the, you guys have to forgive me, I'm itching my eye, like I think I don't know if I touched something, but like my eye is like feeling like it's swelling up. But I remember this is when I was in the barber shop and I was running the barber shop. And so I didn't really sit down and plan out our marketing. I just kind of winged it, right? I did a couple of campaigns throughout the year. I did maybe 3 or 4 different campaigns throughout the year, but I didn't really plan out our marketing strategy for the year. And so what would happen is I, in my mind, knew that I wanted to do community outreach activities. I knew that I wanted to do, I wanted to be involved in the schools, but I didn't proactively plan it. So what would happen is people would call me on the phone. If you have a brick and mortar business and you're listed, even if you don't have a brick, if you're listed, you get your DBA or you do anything, people are going to get your contact information and they're going to call you up all the time. They're going to always be calling your business, right? Whatever your number is associated with your business. So I would get high schools calling me up all of the time about advertising in their calendar. And the minute I heard it, I was like, oh, that is in alignment with what I want to do. And I would do it, right? I would spend $50, $75 on advertising in these calendars, which was a complete waste of my time, right? It was a waste of my money. It was a waste of my time. And it didn't really give me the exposure that I wanted when I thought about community activities, right? So what happened is I'm using this example to show you that I didn't have it written down. I had in my mind that I wanted to do something. And when I thought I heard something that was aligned, I quickly made a decision and didn't really think it through, right? And I ended up wasting money, right? And so $75 may not seem a lot, but it is a lot, right? I mean, any dollar that you spend in marketing and advertising and you can't tie it to a direct return on your investment is effectively a waste of money, unless you can tie it to some sort of testing or some sort of results that you can actually still tie, even if it's not return on investment. You want to be able to say, okay, I was able to test this and I got these, I got this much target. But that kind of advertising was a waste of my money. But that's a good example of, you know you want to do something, you haven't really planned it out, and you hear something and you get distracted and you start following that shiny object, right? Because you don't have a plan that's keeping you focused, right? Which actually leads me to my number 3 reason why you need to have a marketing plan, is that it eliminates panic decisions and spending. And I added the spending because I thought of that example. I have myriad of examples of how I personally, someone who is an expert in marketing in my past, have not planned, operated at the seat of my pants in terms of making marketing decisions, and really didn't accomplish anything in a given year, spent a lot of money on wasted efforts, and looked up and didn't really accomplish anything that I wanted to in terms of my objectives. So, okay. So Lakeisha, you say that you understand. So those are the 3 reasons why you should be marketing, right? There's some more reasons that I'm going to talk to you about that I think that you need to create a marketing plan for. Besides the focus, the ability to keep you focused. If you have a team of people, and I know most of you guys are small businesses and you are just operating with yourself, and you're probably outsourcing a few of the activities, like, maybe your branding and some other things you may be outsourcing, and you're probably a 1-person shop, right? But even if you do have more than 1 person on your team, let's say you have a VA, you have an assistant, or you have other people that assist you in the business, having a marketing plan makes sure that everybody is focused on the same thing, right? There isn't any, like, when somebody is deviating from the plan or making decisions outside of the plan, you're quickly able to identify that. So let me tell you what are some of the things that should go into a marketing plan. All right, let me pause, make sure that there are no questions. Do you guys follow what I'm saying? Do you agree? Have you guys started your marketing planning for the year? Does it scare you? What are your thoughts? Give me some feedback. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to scroll. Make sure that I've got all of this down. All right, does that make sense to you guys, to you gals? All All right, and then I'm going to do one more thing. So give me just a second before I So give me just a second before I didn't mean to do the playback. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure that I have. Okay, so I think I have it in my head, but I will need to write it down. Yes, absolutely. We want to get you to get it out of your head onto paper because, you know, I read this or heard this somewhere. And it is, if it's not written down, it really doesn't exist, right? There is something about taking it out of your subconscious in your head and actually putting it on paper, either in, you know, typed form or written form, that allows it to be connected to reality for you. So I think it's really important to always write down your goals. I think it's always important to write down your plan of action because it also helps reinforce in your mind that this is what it is that you're trying to accomplish and what you want to get done. So absolutely, Nicole, you want to get it out of your head and want to get it on paper, even if it's computer paper, whatever that kind of paper it is. I actually have a notebook. So this is like my handy dandy notebook that I use for everything. I actually do my marketing plan on Excel spreadsheet. I use a combination of Excel and Word to do my marketing plan. I am a marketing, I'm a huge Excel person. So like, I like the rows and the columns and the ability to do all of that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested, let me know and I'll show you a sneak peek of how I kind of organize our events and activities across the week so you guys can see what kind of craziness I create for my team. But I'm going to give you guys a holistic overview of what should be included in your marketing plan. Now, there are going to be there are multiple different types of marketing plans. And so the kind of marketing plan that I focus on for my team and for me is really around marketing events and promotions. Okay, so Lakeisha, I'll answer that in just a second. And Nicole, perfect. I'll actually show you kind of my craziness. And I will tell you, I'm a little psychotic, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend that this is the way that you do it, but I'll show you my process and you can do it. What I teach you guys in my classes is a lot more simplified than what I'm going to show you, but I'll show you kind of my thing that keeps the team organized and what we use. So there's multiple different types of marketing plans. You've got like the formalized marketing plan that you'll find in a business plan, which really is talking about kind of what your target audience is, what your, how are you penetrating the particular market or industry that you are focusing on. It'll talk about your sales forecast. It'll also have your, your competitive advantage versus you and what makes you stand out unique from them. That's not the marketing planning that I'm talking about, because I'm going to assume that you already know who your target market is. You already know what your competitive advantage is. So I'm not really talking about the formalized marketing plan that you find in a business plan. I'm really talking about a strategic marketing plan that really sets and defines your actions for a given period. So let me give you an example. So for the year 2018, what I do is I looked at, again, my goal is 1,000+ people that I want to help through courses and programs. I knew that I wanted to do, as a part of my marketing strategy, that includes doing individual courses. It includes doing programs. It includes delivering content. I host events that I do. So I went through, when we were doing the whole planning process at the latter part of, I can say last year, I identified, okay, well, what do I want to do every quarter, right? I said every quarter, I want to do a major program, right? I want to do a 4 to 6 week program. So we went and we looked at the calendar and we put them in every quarter. I knew that I didn't want to work, at the end of the last 2 months of the year. So we structured it so that we knew that these programs are going to happen. We also developed a training schedule, a pretty detailed training schedule for 1Q. all of my content now is structured around that delivery, right? I polled you guys. I did it via email also to confirm that the products and services that I'm delivering are in line with my target audience, right? That's the type of marketing planning I'm talking about, which is really strategic. So for a given period of time, what is it that you want to deliver in terms of your products and services, your promotions, your sales, the content? What are you going to do in that space for that period of time? Because if you wait until the last minute, it'll be last minute and it'll be thrown together, right? So that's really what I'm talking about. So I am including, what do I want to forecast in terms of sales for each of those periods of time? What are my goals? What are the events, the promotions, the, services, whatever that may be? What is the scope of that work? What is it doing? When are we going to deliver it? What do I need to be able to get it done? How am I going to market it? That's really what I'm talking about in terms of marketing planning. So hopefully that makes sense. You guys understand. I have throughout 2017, I had a template. I will be hosting a class on Thursday to walk you through that template and talk to you about how you actually create an event plan, right? So you have one event, how do you plan that out? And then if you're interested in learning how to do the whole year at a glance, I've got 2 offers for you guys to be able to do that. So that's what we'll be talking about on Thursday. But that in a nutshell is really why you really need to be focused on getting your marketing plan. So Lakeisha, let me answer your question. What kind of marketing do you advise for someone that's getting started? So Lakeisha, it doesn't matter if you're just getting started or if you've been doing this for years. My recommendation is focus, right? Is that if you have a store most of us have multiple products, right? I have a suite of different products that that are available to my target audience, right? But when I'm marketing, I try to be very focused on one of those products or services, right? One of those products or services, because people that are confused, they just simply don't buy. Confused mind does not buy. So you need to pick a product or service that you're going to do or that you're going to focus on in a particular time frame. And that's what you're going to market and advertise, right? So let's say you're just starting off, Lakeisha. I think, Lakeisha, you have your online facials, right? The introductory, I think it's $47. I think that's you, right, Lakeisha? I always hate to make sure that I didn't mess that up, but I think that's you. And you have your online skincare, and I believe you're an esthetician as well, right? So you're just starting off with marketing. That's your product or service that you were doing. Everything that I would do for, a period of time, you should decide how long you want to focus on that particular product. For me, I pick a quarter. For my larger programs, I like to focus on marketing my programs for a 3-month period, right? So I usually start anywhere from 2 months to 6 weeks beforehand to start marketing it. And then I've got that period of time that I'm actually marketing, and then we actually are doing the program. Stream Energy. No, your Stream Energy. I don't remember what Stream Energy is. What is that, Lakeisha? Stream Energy. What is that? Oh, you offer energy to energy services like power and electric, right? I think power and electric are the same thing, right? Electricity to people, right? Is that what Stream Energy is? I don't know who does the I wonder who's doing I thought that was you, but I guess it wasn't you. So sorry about that. Okay, so all right, so you offer, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm following what Stream Energy is, Stream Energy would then be the power service that you offer probably at a discount to consumers, residential and commercial. Is that true? You got to let me know if I'm on the right track or if I'm totally off. Let's just say that is a true statement, right? Yes. Okay. So it is a true statement. So that's your core offer, right? That is what you do, right? There is there is a price point for people going to that. Stream Energy, I'm sure, is very similar to another I think in my area, there's a competitor. I can't remember the name of it. And so there's two parts probably, right? There's the signing people up to actually convert their energy, and then people to sign them up to be business owners, right? So it's sort of that same offer, I assume. Okay, so to market your business, right? You've got to make yourself. I will tell this to anybody who has who is a third is selling on behalf of a third party, right? Stream Energy is a provider, is the one that provides the energy, and you're selling those services to other people, right? So it's bigger than an affiliate, but effectively you are an affiliate, right? So what you've got to do to make yourself from a marketing, even if you're starting off, and this would be to anyone, is you've got to give somebody a reason to trust you, to think of you as the person, the go-to person, to provide them this service. Now, Lakeisha, I'm sure you started with your friends and family, and, at some point you will run out of friends and family to make this offer to, and you will need to start to attract strangers, right? So that's where it's going to be important that you really do make yourself stand out, against competitors or against their current provider, right? What is it that you offer that makes people want to come to you, right? So your KLT is still going to be just as important as somebody else who is, as Nicole, who is, she does fitness, right? She is interested in selling people fitness clothing. She also she's got an ebook that's coming out. I sell marketing training, right? So your biggest asset at the end of the day is going to be the number of people that know, like, and trust you, right? So if you've got strangers that you need to get in front of you that have energy needs, right? That's pretty much everyone in the world, right? You've got to be able to set yourself apart from your competitors. So before you get into market planning, you really need to do that first part, which is what I said, I assume which is who's your target audience, right? Who does Stream Energy service? Like, is there a particular locale that they service? Area of the country that they service? What are, who are the competitors in that area in terms of providing energy services? What are their price points? How much money can you save? And I assume Stream Energy has all this information, so you don't have to create it, but that's really where you need to be coming from, is setting yourself up as a person who really understands the energy costs that individuals and commercial businesses have to expend, and how you can either save them money, be better at customer service, or whatever fill in the blank features you offer your customer base with going to you, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Is really, and this is for anybody, any service or product that you sell, you have to know who your competitors are, why you do it better than them, or why a person would want to come to you versus going to your competitor, which is referred to as your unique advantage, right? What is your unique selling advantage, or your unique competitive advantage that you have that your competitors simply don't have, right? Is it knowledge? Is it customer service? Is it price point? Is it, fill in the blank? You have to define that, right? Because no one can do that for you. Once you know who that is, and why you're the shiznit, right? And what you've got that your competitors got, right? Then you've got to figure out, how do you attract people to your offers, right? How do you attract them and get them to stay to your offers, right? That's where the whole marketing. Now, in terms of planning, Lakeisha, you have a myriad of different things that you could do. You could do online training that really walks consumers through. You could target residential people, residential customers, and then you could also target commercial customers and create like online training that steps people through why Stream Energy is the better choice compared to the other energy providers in their area, right? And then get people to sign up to these courses. And then at the end of the course, what you're doing is getting them to sign up to transfer their services, right? I don't know what the deposits are. I don't know what the process is, but that's kind of what the whole training would be about, is for you to say, hey, I know that you think you don't have a choice in energy services, but you really do. here are the, 5 or 7 reasons why you should consider changing, right? And you educate people on that service, and then you extend them an offer at the end of that. That's one way. But so in terms of a marketing plan, you should be thinking about, do you do that virtually? Should you be doing live events, right? Either via online or actually hosting live events somewhere, maybe partnership with other businesses, and, invite local businesses to these events so that you can do information sessions with them, right? What is your strategy going to be this year to get in front of people so that you can educate them and then let them know that this service exists and that you are the person, the preferred consultant for them to come to purchase these services from? Hopefully that does make sense. You said it does. That's right. Good. All right. So that's really what you need to be doing, ladies, in this upcoming year is so what I will do is, let me show you. I think I can show you I didn't prepare this, so hold on a second and let me prepare it. But my plan is pretty crazy. So, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek on the back end of it. So give me a second. Let me get the screen ready so that you guys can see it. Okay, so can you guys see me? Make sure I see. I've guys got you on the. Can you see my Excel screen? Let me see on video if it's showing up. Yes, perfect. It is. All right. So hold on. Let me pull out my 2018 calendar. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of my roadmap. All right, so this is my 2018 roadmap. I'm gonna hide this stuff just because it's proprietary, but what I do is, can you guys see this? So what I do is I look at like the months, and then I look at my different programs, and I determine, okay, what am I going to be fitting into those months, and what am I going to be offering, right? So that's kind of at a high level. I kind of take a look at the year and I say, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing. And, these are the programs and the things that I'm going to be doing. And then as the year goes on, and as I get more feedback from, as more members join and they have different needs, I also then will augment this. But for the most part, I have my major launches defined for the year, and I've already blacked out the end of the year, right? So hopefully that makes sense. I want to make sure I'm trying to do this at the same time and make sure that you guys don't have any comments. So that's one thing. And then when I get into the actual calendar, I go through and then I actually build out a schedule, right? I am a project manager at the core of my being. So I'll build out a schedule for each of these major launches week over week, and say, okay, what are we doing every week? So that when I talk to the team and then I put it in our project management tool, they know what needs to happen. But this, for me, allows me to say, okay, for this particular program, here are the things that I need to get accomplished. These are the weeks that we're going to be working to get it done. These are the weeks that I'm going to try and not be working. And then we keep a track of the status, right? And then I also keep it in our project management tool. And so what we, let me stop sharing this and then I'll go back to my screen. What we do in our, so I'm pretty psychotic, Nicole, about the, I'm pretty psychotic about the you know, the way that I schedule out my stuff. Again, that is who I am. I am a project manager in the core of my being. So that means I need to know, like, what are all the tasks that need to happen? When do they need to occur? Right? Because as I've said this year, for one of my goals for 2018 is not to be working 7 days a week, but to be working, get it down to 4 days. So I've got it down to 6 days. I still need to shave off 2 more days, which means that I need to be highly organized in terms of the delivery of our content. Not only that, I also have a content calendar that I deliver our content. So let me show you that. And this is actually let me share this back to you guys. This is actually one of the things that you guys will get in the marketing kit is the content calendar. But what you can see here is like every post that I do every day, the image, the description, who owns the content, all of that is laid out. And then we do that every single day for the month. For our Instagram content, like I think this is an example of our Instagram content. I think I'm working on February right now, but like this is all the content that we did for January. We already have that done. I try and get our content done. We are trying to get it 30 days in advance so that we are ahead of the curve. So in the event I do get sick or something happens, I am able to have that available. So I have a graphic artist that does my graphics. I do the content. I have an Instagram manager that actually manages posting of the content and all the hashtagging. And then for Facebook, we do all of that in-house. So there's a lot to managing your business. Yeah, Nicole, it is time consuming, but that's what you really need to do in order to be visible, right? To be able to show up and show up consistently, right? If you want to be that expert person that people go to, as you guys know, I am the Marketing Boss Pro. And so for me to be the Marketing Boss Pro, I've got to be able to be seen, right? And so my avenues and channels to be seen are Facebook and Instagram. I do have a YouTube channel. I don't really promote that much, but that is where I house all my videos. The idea of this, though, and this is what I want to express upon you, to be able to be successful in marketing, it's not a one-time piddly, hey, Kanisha, nice to have you on. It's not one time, I'm going to put together a flyer and shit that's all I got to do. No, this shit is about your business, right? You want to be in business for yourself. This is not a hobby. This is not, I'm going to do a couple of flyers and by golly, that's my marketing effort. If you want to be successful in your business and market your business like you're a big girl with big girl panties, right? You need to put some effort in that. So when I tell you that marketing is your number one job, I mean it. I'm not bullshitting. It's your number one job. Building relationships is your number 2 job, and your superpower is your number 3 job, right? So you've got to really put together what is that strategy that you're going to be available. I was thinking offer video tutorial courses on juicing effectively. Yes. So, I mean, I can even show you, let's go with that, Nicole, as an example, right? Let's say you decide that you want to do a video tutorial series, right? Say you want to go live every day for 30 days on different things that you juice. And maybe you're just videotaping yourself juicing for 30 days, right? Maybe you take on a challenge and you are doing that. That's the type of connection people want, right? That is also part of your marketing strategy, right? The fact that you're going to go live every day and that you're going to actually videotape. So that means you're committed to going live every day. You're committed to making sure that your tripod is ready. It's showing you with all the vegetables or juice or, fruit or whatever, but that's a marketing event, right? Going live every day and showing people what it takes or how much effort it doesn't take to juice, right? If you do this type of prep, right? That's the kind of stuff that you guys need to be thinking about for your business. What do you need to do, right? Lakeisha, for your energy business, right? Showing, people, like when you actually meet with people, I would take some video snapshots of their previous bill and their current bill and show, black out their names or whatever and show how much money you're saving them, right? How much, that this is not bullshit. It's not just, the company giving me material. I'm literally saving people hundreds of dollars on their electricity by selecting my service, right? Kanisha, you are in the hair business, right? So you should be videotaping before and after of hair installs, right? What their hair looked like before they got the install, after their install, while you're doing the install, right? These are all great marketing events that you can use in your marketing. You can use them in your advertising. You can use them on your Facebook page to show demonstration of how amazing you are as a service provider, the quality of your hair. Kanisha, you could do dye. Yes, you absolutely need to start writing down your marketing plan. So, for example, so in this class that I'm doing, the 12 days to marketing, I'm going to give you 12 days of not only ideas, but things that you can actually plan for. You need to fill in the subject types, but I'm going to give you ideas for things that you can plan for throughout the year so that you're consistently delivering content, events, and showing and marketing, promotions, events, your live streams, whatever, fill in the blank. You're consistently doing that every month throughout the year, right? So that's what the 12 days of marketing is going to do, is I'm going to help you organize around the type of content that you can be creating for your particular business, ideas on how to put that all on paper, and then boom, you've got your 12 months of marketing. Yeah, so Kanisha, if you're doing that all the time, the question becomes, right, like, how do you organize it? How do you deliver that? Let's take you, Kanisha, as an example, right? Say you have a before and after video of an installation, a hair install, and it's showcasing one of your hair extensions, right? So it should be killing a couple of birds, right? I like to kill birds with stones, right? Is one, you're demonstrating your amazingness as a installation service provider. Two, you're also demonstrating the quality of the hair that you are installing. So I would, have some sort of clips or whatever associated with that, right? And then you're showing, just how beautiful you make people feel, right? I would, even if you do on some occasions, if you offer makeup services and you do makeup before and after, so you've got the whole, pictorial before and after of what the transformation that you've done for the person, organizing that content and making it available, right? Because the thing that I will tell you guys as well is creating a bunch of content that's not consumable for your target audience will not do any good for you. So if you have 1,000 pictures that are not organized, your clients are not going to flip through 1,000 pictures, right? If you don't have them short, medium, long hair, right? Curly, straight, wavy hair. And I'm using Kanisha, you as an example, but the same thing, Nicole, for you, right? If you don't have, vegetarian smoothies versus fruit smoothies versus veggie smoothies, low-cal smoothies, whatever, you need to be the one that organizes and presents the content to your consumers based on what logically makes sense or how you're going to sell it or whatever, but you are responsible for categorization. If you've just got a bunch of stuff out there, right? A bunch of videos, a bunch of, articles, a bunch of whatever, and people can't consume it, they'll get overwhelmed and they'll run away, right? So you guys have to do the work of organizing and categorizing your content so that it's consumable by your people.
Yeah, can we get enough?
Yep, perfect. Yeah. So if you organize that, long, I don't know if you do short hair, long hair, medium length hair. I don't know if you have different textures, but that logically kind of makes sense. Maybe even different price points, different types of techniques, organize it in that fashion so that the person that's interested can quickly find what it is that they're looking for. That's what, Absolutely. That's right, Kanisha. It is overwhelming. And not just for the beauty industry, that's for anybody who's in the business of, we are in the business, believe it or not. And I mean, is every one of us business owners are in the business of delivering information to our customers such that they can make decisions to buy from us, right? So you've got to organize it in a way that makes the best sense for them. Okay. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions, that is today's live, and I'm going to skedaddle. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. So tomorrow we're going to be on and we're going to talk about, hey, we're going to do every month. I have decided I'm going to do a dedicated live on reasons to celebrate. So I give you guys some fun ideas to celebrate in the current month, so that you can, have quirky things that you can celebrate on your own business pages or what have you. But these are just going to be really fun ideas that I pulled out of my 2017 calendar, and I'll just bring them out. So we're going to do that tomorrow, or reasons to celebrate in January. All right. So are any of you guys signing up for the 12 days of marketing planning class? Do you have the information? Would you like more information about that? Stylist. Yes. What do you mean, stylist? The 12 days marketing plan training starts on the 8th. Absolutely, Lakeisha. It starts on the 8th and it ends on the 19th. And it is 12 days of every day. We will be having a live lesson. If you can't participate during the live lesson, you'll have access to the recording. There'll be an exercise for you to consider. And then at the conclusion, you will have what you need to be able to build out your 12 months worth of marketing content and decision on events for the year of 2018. And then you also get 30 days of email support. So if you have any questions while you're finishing up and finalizing your plan, you have access to me via email as well. Yes, you're a versatile stylist. Okay, I was like, what do you mean stylist? Yeah, so that starts on the 8th. You also get the planner, you get a planning template, you get access to all the videos, and you get the support from me. Yes, so if you catch the recordings, you still, Kanisha, have to sign up for the class in order to catch the recordings, because I'm only doing the recordings for the students who purchase into the class. So let me give you guys the link to that. Let me give you that. That is and that's going to be the second offer that's below there. There's one that's the kit that does not have the live stream, that just has the ebook and the template. But if you sign up for the $97 course, that's actually where together we will. And if you, like I said, Kanisha, if you want to do that via and catch the recordings, you can still participate in the, we have a special group that will be working on your plans, and you'll be able to be in the group. And then you can still, if you have questions, obviously on any of the live recordings, if you miss them, you'll be able to get that access and get the support to create that. Your marketing plan, ladies, even if you decide not to do it with me, do it, right? Make sure that you have a marketing plan and that you've thought, even if you decide that you don't want to do it for the entire year, although I recommend you doing it for the whole year, at least put some forethought into your plan. Make sure that you give yourself enough time to get the activities done so that you're not rushed and you're not always, in panic mode, right? I feel great going into January and all of the activities that we've gone into January, because we did our market planning for January. We did that in November. We started that work in November. All of our graphics are done. All of our content is done. Everything is scheduled. So really what I'm working on now in January is February and March's plan, right? So that's where you want to be able to have, I can easily go on vacation January 13th and not, worry that things are not going to be delivered throughout the course of you actually during the 12 days. I'm going to be in Los Angeles, going live in Los Angeles with you all. So I can do that because we've done the planning, right? So we're not operating out of the seat of our plans. We really do have a plan and we're operating to that. So, obviously you can make adjustments, but really the planning process is critical. You're not too small. If you don't know what to do, that's why I am here to help you. And you really want to make sure that you're aligned to your vision. Okay. All right, ladies, let me know if you have any other questions. Nicole or Kanisha, did you guys have anything else? I think Lakeisha's on as well. Lakeisha and Kanisha, you guys have the last pronunciation is the same on the back end. Kind of goofy that way. All right. Okay. If you guys don't have any more, I'm going to go get something to eat. All right, Nicole, if you do like to sign up, just go ahead. You can sign up through that link that I provided there. Again, it'll be the second option. You want the 12 days to marketing option. And that would be the live program that we're going to be doing from the 8th of January to the 9th. And again, with email support. Yes, we do. We have our meeting on Thursday. Kanisha, looking forward to it. Kendria, it was nice to have you on. Talk to you ladies later. You guys have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.